Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I borrowed my brother's mic to test out. He just recently got this. I think he literally got it yesterday. What I want to talk about first is in the player, we don't need to update the collision shape to make it bigger, because currently if you were to run it with the script for idle, the player would be awkwardly floating in midair during the idle animation, and that doesn't look great. We could do some things to fix it, but for this game we don't need it, so just delete that. Now that that's out of the way, let's go in and finish up our player script. First thing I noticed was I accidentally tabbed this once, so if you highlight all of this and then do Shift Tab, it'll fix it. So that should be fine. And also this needs to be insert one back. So that's all good. Now with that fixed, let's go in and add in the rest of the functions. We need to add a function called jump anim, and this one is gonna basically check our velocity and determine which animation we need to use. So we're gonna play, and we're gonna do jump right for this, and then we're gonna do, if it's less than 0, then we're gonna jump towards the right. Did I say right? No, left I meant. Else. Now here's where it gets interesting. We're gonna set it so if players neither moving left or right, we're gonna randomly pick which animation to do. So what we're gonna do is modulus 2 plus 1, and now that we have this, let's go in and do if random choice equal 1. Then we're gonna play the animation for jumping right. Else we're gonna do animation for jumping left. And that's pretty simple for that. Now with that out of the way, what we want to do next is we're gonna go in and make the process function, which we're gonna be using to run the state machines and stuff. We're also gonna add in the ability to, if we press cancel button, we're gonna set it so it's gonna get the tree and we're gonna quit. So that's gonna allow us to exit the game quickly, so we'll be able to test and relaunch the games quicker. Instead of having to close it out, we can just press escape key or any other bindings you have set to UI cancel. So now with that out of the way, let's go in and match the states. So we're gonna do match state, and now we're gonna do, if it's player state normal, then we're gonna check if it's on floor, and if this isn't on floor anymore, that means we're falling. So we're gonna change player state, and we're gonna tell it now that we're falling. Else what we're gonna do now is allow the player to move horizontally, and we're going to check if input is action. We're going to do pressed. Actually, no, it should be just pressed, right? Yeah, just pressed. It is action just pressed. And we're going to do UI up. Then we're going to set our air jumps to max air jumps. And change states again. This time we're going to change it from normal to jumping now. So we're going to call the jump function as well. I also forgot to add this jump animation. We need to go in here, add that, to both of these. There we go. So now we can determine whether or not which animation needs to use. And that's all for the player state normal. Now let's go in and add the player state jump. And this one's going to be simple. It's just literally going to call jump. That's it. Now, if it's player state fall, we're going to check, are we on the floor? If so, we're going to tell it to change state, and we're going to tell this player state land. So now if we land, we can determine whether or not we want to maybe spawn some particles or take fall damage or something like that. And that's all good. So now let's check the fall time, and we're going to say if it's greater than, less than or equal to max fall time, and air jumps equal max air jumps, and then we can do jump. Else, we're just going to allow it to move horizontally, and we're going to add fall time plus equal delta. And once fall time exceeds the max fall time, then we won't allow the player to jump anymore. Now, the rest of the player states is not going to be too much. We're just going to check for land. We're just going to change it to the player state to normal. You might want to here instead check what the player has landed on. If it landed on, like, say, an enemy, we want to maybe do like bounce or something, but for this should be fine for what we have currently. And last, we have player state die, and this is gonna do, we're gonna do a self.q free, so we'll disappear. And what we need to do now is get rid of the horizontal and jump from our physics process. And the last thing we need to do is go here, and we're going to check animation player finished. And if atom name, and we're going to do, this one's going to be jump right. Then we're just going to call jump atom. Else if atom name equals jump left. And we're going to call it jump atom. And that's going to be it for this video. In the next video, actually, before we got to make sure first this works. Game run. It's looking good. Just look at that awkward. Sometimes happens, sometimes it doesn't happen. It's there's like an awkward bounce. And then that's happened. That's gonna see if I can fix that. Does that happen? Yeah, that's gonna be it. I think I'm gonna try going in fixing the animation because I didn't have that in my original one. I don't know. Well, let me quickly look at it. How our original player handles this. Is there rotation? Well, that could be it. So we need to change this rotation back to 0. Maybe that could be affecting it. And let's try rerunning that, see if that fixed it. Okay, that seems to fix it, I think. Okay, so I guess that's it for this video. Next video, I'm gonna try going in, adding the ability to load level just using the normal script, and try adding some extra features like adding in our second level and adding in actual like level transitions, like an animation between one level to the next. With that out of the way, I'll see you guys in the next video.